Roland Martin.
You probably say, come on, give me a break. Move on, guys.
From Washington, D.C., Roland Martin, good morning.
Tom, Civil Guy, good morning. I will not be watching, of course, the NFL this upcoming season. Right. You got some sorry quarterbacks out there. They still refuse to sign Colin Kaepernick. White balling is still in play, but I appreciate the pain of Super Dave this morning.
Hey, Roland, just tell the truth.
Lousy, pathetic Cowboys.
Roland, tell the truth. The Texans ain't going to be about it.
Don't care.
That's why you're
don't care.
That's why.
I'm not watching.
But that's why, because they're not going to be.
God, do you even have a team?
Conversation right now. We have a guest holding this.
Right. You a team that barely moved to your city.
Big
so whatever.
election day
That's
in the
right.
state of Florida.
Bring back Jeff Fisher for a Godful, please.
That.
All right, y'all. Election is coming up. Thank you for that, Sybil. We already know that, but still you have to get in the cowboy pain. And the election takes place tomorrow all across the Sunshine State. You've got Sister Pam Keith, who is running for Congress, former woman. She served in the military, of course, and, of course, in the Democratic gubernatorial race. Andrew Gillum, he is barnstorming all across the state on his bus tour. He joins us right now. Of course, he is the mayor there in Tallahassee. What up, Mayor? I'm about to say, what up, Mayor? Hello, Governor.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, man?
Are you allowed for us to call you that on the campaign trail?
Listen, man, I believe in prophetic speaking.
Yes.
So if it gets laid on you, by all means, speak it into power. Good morning, first of all, to all of you. We're on this tour, Roland. You're absolutely right. In fact, we are in Gainesville today, which is where I graduated from high school. But last night, man, was a stirring, emotional, event for me because I went back to the church on the steps where I was baptized at Bethel Baptist in Miami-Dade, Florida. My family, friends, the whole community came out from Richmond Heights down in South Dade, man. It was an emotional experience, but it honestly, it felt like coming home, and what a great launching pad from Miami, from the bottom of the state to the very top of this state as we seek to become the next governor. And then stopping in Gainesville this morning, and then we'll end the day with a rally where I got my real political start, which was at the Florida A&M University. Go Rattlers, where I served as student body president, and Angela Ryan and I will be there this evening rallying folks and trying to turn out the vote.
One of the things that I have been following, first of all, looking at various polling data, and there was a poll done in terms of many African Americans were still trying to even realize you were in the race. And based upon one of the most recent polls, it is showing upward mobility of your campaign. You also recently got an influx of $3.5 million from progressive groups as well. And so, is this sort of, from your vantage point, the late move to sort of grab those folks who are now paying attention to the campaign?
Yes, that's right. That's right. I mean, so, you all probably know of the five of us running for governor on the Democratic side, I'm the only one who's not a millionaire. In fact, I may be the only candidate running for governor on the Democratic side that has a mortgage. We're, running, it's true. I mean, it's more than a notion, y'all. The fact is that it matters that your governor understands what it's like to live an everyday experience. My wife and I get up every morning going to work to take care of our 3 kids and our family, and we're extremely blessed. But the truth is that the lived experience of people in this state, folks are getting up, going to work to pay their rent or their mortgage or to get access to health care or all those other things. Our surge that we've experienced, in fact, I'm looking at a poll that just came out this morning. We were previously, I guess, third or fourth in some of these. We've surged now to second, and we're closing in on first position. But absolutely, it just popped in my email. As you know, Tom, Sybil, Roland, this thing comes down to what people are prepared to do. I've laid it all out on the field. My wife and I, for the last 18 months, have gone around this state retailing our way through it, talking about the issues that matter to people: good education, access to health care, a wage people can live on, right? And now it's up to the voters of the state of Florida. What are we willing to do? Are we willing to go out and put a little bit of skin in the game by going out and voting, exercising our right to vote? Y'all know politics is not a spectator sport. We know what happens when we sit things out. 6 million fewer people voted in 16 than voted in 12, and you look what we got in the White House, right? So we don't have time to sit this thing out. We need everybody to participate.
You also have, of course, one of your opponents who is running these mock slates, if you will, of his face. So you have this sheet of paper, and there's like all these black folks on the sheet of paper in him. Taking place in Miami-Dade and some other places as well. And so, I mean, so you talk about being the only person with a mortgage. I mean, they're throwing their money around, and some say buying black votes.
Well, some people are falling for the okie doke. I would tell you, though, that flyer that's going around, man, practically every black elected official on there from Tallahassee Hastings, Congressman Hastings, on down have all endorsed me. Right. But you understand this kind of trickery. But I also think that our community gets it. They know what's at stake in this race. They realize the fact that for too long we've been taken for granted. And when I say we, I really do mean working people. Right now in my state, 44% of people in the state of Florida say that they can't make ends meet. We got 60% of people who are sitting in jails in my state are there not because they've been found guilty of a crime, but because they couldn't pay the money bail system. Overwhelmingly, life-threatening. These were largely drug offenses, right? And so that cost the state of Florida $880 million a year to hold these folks that hadn't been found guilty of a crime yet, right? And so there's just common sense, basic, things, Medicaid expansion. This governor, my governor, says, I don't believe in Obamacare. Failed to expand Medicaid for 700,000 of the most medically needy people in our state, costing this state some $6 billion of money that could have come from D.C. that never made it because we wanted to be ideological, right? Didn't expand high-speed rail when we had the opportunity to pull down $2.4 billion when Obama tried to send it to us. Now California is thanking us for that money because they're well on their way to building their rail, right? These aren't Democrat or Republican positions. This is common, basic, and decent. When you're the governor of the state of Florida, your job is to do what is in the best interest of the state of Florida and the people of our state. That's what this election is about. And again, it comes down to the voters' willingness to get up, go to the polls, and participate in the process by putting their vote on it.
Andrew Gillum, someone has texted in saying that it was 4 years ago today that you were elected mayor of Tallahassee. And so this being your anniversary tomorrow, you can go forth and make history, obviously. What is it going to take for you to get the nomination tomorrow?
I need people to vote, Sybil. I need people to vote like their lives depend on it. In fact, if you were Trayvon Martin or Marquise McLaughlin, your life very much depends on who gets to serve in government because we got a law like Stand Your Ground, which creates open season on people here in the state of Florida, particularly our young boys of color, which we know well. So what I'm saying to people is, you know what? While my name may be the name that's on the ballot box, it's your issues that are underneath that, right? My name is simply a veneer. I'm a candidate, but we're a vessel under which all of these issues that all of us care about are trying to bring some real resolution to. So I need people to vote, Sybil.
Hey, Roland, if all the black people, registered black people in Florida vote, or 90% of the black people in Florida vote for Andrew Gillum, and he's in a 5-man race, can he win?
Yes, if you look at the data. African Americans play such a huge role.
Say that again,
Andrew,
Mr.
go
Mayor.
ahead.
Yeah, in fact, we only need 70. Right? If we got 70% of the black vote, we will walk away with this race, period.
And we know how the polls don't recognize the black vote.
But you've got to actually cast the ballot.
That's right.
Not tweet it, not talk about it. You actually have to get up and physically do it.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
All right.
Polls open at what time, Mayor?
7 p.m.
7 a.m.?
7 p.m.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And if you're in line before 7 p.m., you can still vote.
Don't let them send you home.
All right. Pulling for you, man.
Listen, family, thank y'all for everything. Keep us in prayers, man.
All right. All right.
We'll talk to you as the Democratic nominee on Wednesday, right?
Okay.
He's got it. Whatever the biz, he's on it. Whatever it is, he's got the scoop. But that's